続きまして、ラスこと樋口綾乃さんによります。ギター、愛の矢印を全方向にです。樋口さん、よろしくお願いします。
愛は寛容であり、愛は情け深い。愛は自慢せず、高ぶらない。礼を失せず、自分の利益を求めず、苛立たず、恨みを抱かない。愛は不義を喜ばず、真実を喜ぶ。すべてを忍び、すべてを信じ、すべてを望み、すべてに耐える。聖書の一節にあるこの言葉、結婚式の誓いの言葉とかでよく耳にしたりしませんか？この愛の部分を人に置き換えて考えてみてください。この人ってとっても魅力的じゃありませんか？さて、愛の矢印を全方向に。そんな難しく考えないでください。別にいろんな人をたぶらかしたり浮気しろなんて言ってるわけじゃないんですから、そのお兄さん実は日本の精神にも含まれているこの愛の心、そんな素敵な心をより身近なものにしてみませんか？どうぞお聞きください。I don't know what I want to do, or what I can do. I can't feel happy. I can't express my feeling because I always care about what people around me think. I worry about my reputation, my place, my position. Japanese people tend to have these kinds of problems, right? But I always care about what others think. If you change the way of thinking a little bit, you can see a wonderful world. What do you think about this way of thinking? How can you make the people around you happy with your actions? The difference between this idea and the previous one is the goal. Both of them follow the same rule of thinking about how people feel. The only difference is whether the target of your consciousness is yourself or others. I think this consciousness to others is linked to altruism. Simply put, altruism is the behavior of giving benefit to others with some disadvantages such as time, effort, and money. But doesn't that make you suffer? In fact, research has shown that people feel a stronger sense of happiness when they act for others rather than for themselves. To explain altruism more clearly, let's compare it to selfishness. Selfishness is to aim to get benefit and happiness for only oneself. Altruism is to aim to get benefit and happiness for others only. Selfishness is good for you, but you can't give pleasure to people. Altruism is about taking action for others that lead to their happiness. Then you can get others' happiness and satisfaction of doing something for others. Altruism is a win-win way of thinking. Isn't that wonderful? Wonderful! Excellent. Originally, Japan is a country where this kind of altruism is deeply related to our daily lives. In my hometown, a rural town in Noita, my grandmother lives there now. Her house is always filled with happiness. They share the food they made and souvenirs they have received. They even cook for her in the house. Her hands don't work well, and they help her. I asked her why she got so much help. And she said, 人は宝じゃわ。ばあちゃんやっぱどげん言うても人間が好きなんじゃわ。みんなに良くなるように心がける。どんな人でも出会いは宝。出会ったらどんな人でも 分かち合って楽しむもんちばあちゃんおばあちゃん People are treasure. I like people. I try to be good to everyone. No matter what kind of person I meet, an encounter is a treasure. When I meet new people, I try to share my happiness with them to have fun together. Also, we Japanese have a sense of gratitude for the connection of our lives in the ancestral rituals which Japanese people enshrine and worship the spirits of their ancestors. A sense of gratitude that everyone divine protection left us with makes us modest. And having those feelings, we can respect others as you respect yourself. Such unconscious religiosity that Japanese people have create connection and sense of okage-sama. It might be source of those compassionate actions. However, how about our modern society now? We are in a society which wants their profits and efficiency. So people who seem useless will be kicked out. Such a society gives an intense responsibility on one person and separates people into winners and losers. Furthermore, because of suffering from COVID virus, we are losing the opportunity to have a relationship with community and society. So, I want to tell you now, let's rebuild a wonderful society by helping each other, together with the great Japanese culture of altruism. But I don't mean you should set yourself aside. As you consider someone, loving yourself is also important. That's what I don't want you to forget. Don't live only for someone without thinking about yourself. Cherish others and also cherish yourself. Arrows of love toward all directions. If you are happy, I'm happy. If Sonia is happy, if Chloe is happy, because you guys are happy, I'm happy. Of course, I'm not forgetting you, Mr. Minami, Andy, Andrew, Pete. Your happiness is also important to me. Everyone's happiness gives me power. Arrows of love toward all directions. 愛の印は全方向に。Mom, Grandma, thanks to your arrows of love toward me, I can care about others without any concern. Thank you always. Please remain to be the port where the huge family can come back anytime, forever. If you don't know what you want to do or what you can do now, why don't you make action for others, even just a small thing? If you do this, I'm sure that happiness will be beside you before you know it. I believe so. Others' success is your success, and others' prosperity is your prosperity. Train in order to be able to think so now. That will be the best luck for you. Thank you.
ありがとうございました。アンドリー先生、コメントお願いします。
Luz, thank you for a very passionate speech. As an American, I think one thing that many people around the world admire the most about Japan is how much people care for each other here, not just about themselves. Like you said, maybe Japan is losing that a little bit, but I think it's much better in Japan than other countries. For example, after the earthquake and tsunami in Tohoku, people around the world were moved by images of how much Japanese people, even people who were affected by the earthquake, cared about each other. And I think that's really a part of what makes Japan Japan. Like you said, there's this Japanese culture of altruism, and I think that comes from living together, from thinking about each other. And I remember a British friend of mine once here said something that was very interesting. In America, most people are Christian, for example. In the Middle East, most people are Muslim. And he said that the religion of Japanese people is being Japanese. And you talked about the unconscious religiosity of people being altruistic to each other, and I hope that that tradition can continue, and that other people will hear your speech and want to continue that tradition. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
ご緊張コメントお願いします。
今、アンドリュー先生があまりにも日本を褒めすぎるのでびっくりしましたけど、でも本当にそうだと思うんですね。世界がなんで日本がすごいかっていうと、無意識のどこかでも利他主義してるんですよね、行動の中で全てが。でそれが本当はそれが世間体だったんですよね。でその世間体がいつの間にか間違った方向の同調圧力みたいに変わって、間違った正義感を今度は吹聴するようになったから今問題がいろいろある。で世間体ってもともと本当に心をきれいにするための日本人の文化だったのかもしれないですね。君は博愛っていうのはすごいですね。だから愛するあまりにマスコミでいろいろ騒がれている人たちが違った愛をまた求めてしまったりいろいろしてなってますけどね。君の話を聞いてるともう誰も責める人はいないような気がしますね。やっぱり心から思いってるわけだからね。やっぱり利他主義ってすごいなって改めて思いました。本当に博愛かもしれませんね。ご苦労様です。素敵なスピーチありがとうございます。
ありがとうございます。